Alright, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rekah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, Shalom, to the elect that sees word in all true faith and sincerity. And yet today, I want to get into the fate of America, man. And because throughout the scriptures, you know, it is it's a build up. This is what comforts us in this day, man. You know, in this very time that we're in, the end of days, you know, the last days, the scriptures is the comforter, man. You know, the understanding of it and knowing what's gonna happen in this time, because this place, America, is this is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected, man. You know, and knowing the knowledge. Matter of fact, let's get that in Ecclesiastes before I start. Because when this place go down, man, we're gonna rejoice. You know, we're gonna rejoice, man, once this place go down, man. You know, but this is Ecclesiastes 1:17. It says, "And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit." So we know wisdom. We Lord have blessed us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. And we know madness and folly, because now our eyes are open to the ways of Babylon, man. We really, because the Lord have pulled us out of the world, and now we see what this place is really is, man. And knowing this is vexation of spirit, man. Because you got like I always say, you got these bundles of sticks running around here. You got these Edomites with no chain around their neck. You know, these women got liberty. You know, these children, or let me say kids, because you go into that word kids, go back to a sacrifice, because that's what these kids, these children are now. They're kids, man, being sacrificed to this devil, man. You know, these kids are monsters. So like everything just out of whack, man, out of course, man. So you don't think the Lord is going to judge this place? You know, but it said, "For it must wisdom, it must grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." So yeah, and that's why we, constantly hastening that day, man, just hoping that the money crash, because we know that's it, right? That's gonna be a wrap, you know. But when that money do crash, when Jacob's trouble do come, you know, when all hell breaks loose, best believe that those missiles are coming, man. Which that's what I want to get on, dealing with the fate of America, you know, because throughout the scriptures it talks about the missiles as well, man. Because that's gonna be the very same thing. Matter of fact, that's gonna be the very thing that's gonna take America out of power. That's the same thing that brought them into power. It's gonna be the very same thing to take them out of power, man. So this is Proverbs chapter 26:27. "Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him." So you Edomites are digging a pit, trying to really for Jake, man. You know, it's tell you that I think it's Proverbs. It says, "Surely in vain the net is set before a bird." Because really, you the one that's gonna fall into that pit, man. You the one that's gonna fall into that trap, you know. And it said, "He that rolleth stone, it shall return upon him." Because when you nuked, when you bombed them gooks over there, you know, them Ammonites over there in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that right there, pretty much you had got the Jews then, man, so to speak. You know, it wasn't no nation that wanted to. Basically, you turn all the nations into your yes men. You know, because of that the missiles, man. You know that miracle you had, you made fire rain down from heaven. That was from the missiles, man. You know, because that was never you know, they had like catapults where you had a flaming, you know, boulders and all that, but there was none. It was never a weapon created like those missiles, man. Matter of fact, uh, the book of Joel was, you know, that whole chapter right there that's a bad chapter, but I want to get the point on that Joel. Let's see. Bear with me, Akim. Salaki, bear with me. This Joel chapter 2, and I started verse 2. It says, "A day of darkness and of gloominess." Matter of fact, I started at the top because the day of the Lord is known as the day of evil. You know, that great and terrible day, because it's gonna be a great and terrible day. It's gonna be great because the deliverance. It's gonna be terrible because of the destruction, man. You know, which I'm gonna get that as well, because it's gonna be so bad. The whole earth is going to shake, man. It's gonna reel to and fro. You know, and what can do that? Those missiles, man. You gotta understand, Lord. You gotta consider the works of the Lord, man. Is I forgot what video it's called, but you can go on YouTube, and I know there's plenty of videos out there. Evil mad scientists being killed by their own invention. Well, guess what? This is gonna be the ultimate example, man. You know, because the Lord He set up another work. You gotta consider the works of the Lord as well. When you see a child and he end up picking up, finding his dad gun or something, and he end up blowing himself away. Well, that's gonna happen with Esau, man, because the Lord did bless these devils with the sword, you know. But guess what? The scripture also says that children are our oppressors. Esau is Esau the Edom, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is a child, man, and he's left with a great sword. He was blessed with a great sword, and guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna fall upon. He's gonna fall on that sword. By the way, the third world's war, man, the war to end our wars. You know, but this is Joel 2:1. It said, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is not at hand." So, when you talking about the day of the Lord, that's something that you should be trembling at, man. You should want the day of the Lord, but know that that's going to be scripture tell you that the remnant were frightened, man, because that discretion is going to be so bad, man. That discretion, and it tells you also that the righteous shall be scarcely saved, man. So it's going to be a lot of death going on, man. You know, and the discretion and the deliverance is going to be simultaneous, man. So that's going to be it's going to be like you said, scarcely saved, man. You know, what they call it, by the skin of your teeth, so to speak, man. You know, they go to point. It said, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not ever been a like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." And yeah, and that's talking about when you first made the atom bomb. Yeah, that was bad, but guess what? You now the Lord had given you the knowledge to make those thermonuclear bombs. You know, so there's nothing like it. And guess what? After those missiles are being shut off, there won't be no reason for them to even create any more missiles, man. It won't be no more reason. It won't be no reason to create any more missiles because Israel's gonna be back in power, man. Ain't gonna be no more wars. Now that metal that was used to make them missiles and all that, now you're gonna be using that to make garden holes and plowshares, man. Pruning hooks, man. You're gonna now the very same thing to keep you in the power. You know that you put your stock to is gonna be broken down and beaten to farm tools, cause you devils gonna get you gonna have to work, man. You gonna have to work at that discretion, man. You know, starting out with picking up them bodies. You know, verse 3 it said, "A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape that." And that's talking about the missiles, man. Pretty much. That I mean, and you know, if you gotta have a spiritual bond in your body to see this, man. Which is gonna get to a point. Hey, it's gonna get to a point where the Lord just gonna show you. It's gonna get to the point when the Lord show you, it's gonna be too late. So you gotta hope you can see this now before you see it in the physical, man. Matter of fact, let me jump down to verse 6, because you, you people gonna melt, man. You're gonna faint. You're gonna have heart attacks when you see this, man. So this verse 6, Joel 2:6. Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. Yeah, you're gonna be confused. You say you're gonna be much pain. You're gonna be getting the bubble guts. You're gonna have a heart attack. How Fred Sanford, Sanford and Son, when the brothers, know about that. He said, Elizabeth, I'm coming. Yeah, but the Lord gonna keep the spirit in you, man. To eat a missile, man. But going back on, how, throughout the scriptures, that's continually is throughout the scriptures, man. When the Lord said He's gonna make this land most desolate, hey, He's gonna do that by the way of those missiles. That's why I said, and nothing shall escape them. It's gonna look like the Garden of Eden before them, but behind them a desolate wilderness. Because once this place America gets fully judged, and finally that virgin daughter, this virgin daughter of Babylon finally get popped. Hey, it's gonna be the world largest desert is gonna be a memorial of what not to do, man. Watch, there's gonna be habitation for fowls and unclean birds. Basically, it's gonna be where desert animals be at, man. But let's see. It's like it. This is Judges, just to further prove that, hey, the missiles are in the Bible, man. Throughout all the scriptures, this is the book of Judges, chapter 5, in verse 11. It says, "They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water." Now, the places of drawing water is talking about in bondage, man. But the ultimate place of drawing water right now is America, man, because that's where most of the Israelites are, man. Pretty much. And it says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers. When you're dealing with archery, you gotta understand, when you're dealing with archery, man, a bow and arrow, it don't make no sounds, man. It's like a bow and arrow don't make no sounds, man. That's the reason why you when you hunt with a bow and arrow. Unlike these devils nowadays, how they get down their damn that glittering sword they use now. But back then in the ancient world, a bow and arrow, that's a silent weapon. That's a silent weapon, man. So why is the archers now is loud? It's the noise of the archers because, hey, the missiles, all that fuel to get from one continent to another, that takes a lot of fuel, man. The intercontinental ballistic missile. So it takes a lot of fuel to go from one continent to another, especially over here in America, because this is the like the safe house of the so-called white man. They think that that they're too far away to eat a missile. Not knowing that. Matter of fact, let's get that in Joel the 3rd chapter, man. Because now everyone has that nuclear capability. Everyone now has the ability to push the button, so to speak. Let me say it like that. They got the power to push that button, man. And matter of fact, before I can get to Joel 3, let me get this in Joel the 2nd chapter, 2 and 5, because it's talking about the noise. It's Joel 2 and 5 said, "Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people sit in battle array." Yeah, it said that noise of a flame or a fire that devoured the stubble. Yeah, that it takes a lot of fuel, man, to get over here. And you're gonna hear And it ain't just one or two missiles that's gonna hit the shores of America. It's gonna be 200,000, man. You know, which that's a strange, they call it. I mean, what is a strange work that's gonna happen here, man? You know, yeah, yeah, you think you hear about these other countries getting bombed, but America is that's gonna be the spot where you would, you know what I mean? I can't even, you know, what's the word? Word the right way. Just know that this place is gonna is never gonna be remembered, man. It's gonna be a place where you're gonna know what not to do by the way of those missiles, man. The missiles gonna lay this place all the way out, man. You know, pretty much. Was that's the fate of America? Cause that's the very same thing that's the very same thing that brought this place into power. It's gonna be the very same thing that knocked this place out of power, man. It ain't like, when the Lord returns, we're gonna put the missiles in a museum and like, you know what I mean? No, they're gonna be used, man. You know, Lord created. Matter of fact, before I get this in Joel the third chapter, this is Revelations, chapter 4 and 11. He said, "Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created." So just how what one of the things the Lord created, the wicked for the day of evil. So don't the wicked have a reward. And what's that? Those missiles, man. You know, which the fire from the chariots as well, because Lord will get that in Jeremiah 51, the destroying wind and fanners which shall fan them, So this is Joel 3 and verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And yeah, and you see this with a lot of countries. They're budgeting what it is. What it is. Bear with me, I can not budget. Whatever they call it, they're taking money out of their agriculture and putting it more into their military, because everyone knows that the transfer of the kingdom is coming, man. That someone else is finna get this crown, and these other heathen think it's them. That's why the scripture said, "Why the heathen imagine a vain thing, man?" Because they think they're up next, man, not knowing the one that was never thought of is finna wear the crown, man. So it said, "Let the weak say I am strong." Yeah, because now they got nuclear capability now, man. That's the reason why Esau was on top, because no one was able to match that. But now this is the time appointed to where the heathen is ready for war, man. Even though they're gonna take they're going to slavery as well, man. But this is all the bidding of the Lord. This is all the Lord's will, man. Pretty much. So let's get this in Isaiah 54:16. Let's get that. Matter of fact, while I'm in Jeremiah, let's get that in Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51:1. "Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, Salakia, that rise up against me a destroying wind." And every time you see on YouTube or any other video source or movie, you're going to see once them missiles hit, man, is the nuclear wind. You always see like a tree being blown down, a house being laid out. Well, guess what? That's going to happen here in America, man. That's going to happen here in America, man. It says, "And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." So that's what's going to happen, man. This place is going to be totally laid out by the missiles and from the fire of them chariots, man. You know, that's what's gonna happen, man. Was this is what happens to an evil scientist. Yeah, I mean, it's madman Esau. I mean, this guy is he's a madman, man. You know, and he has pretty much his pride have deceived him, thinking that he's gonna be able to continue to rule, you know, forever, not knowing that the Lord is guiding his steps, man. Is guiding him into a trap, man. You know, which ultimately the icing on the cake is those missiles, man. You know, so this is Isaiah 54:16. It said, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy." So yeah, and that's what happened, man. The Lord have put in you devils. He gave you devils that technology to destroy yourselves, man. You know, pretty much to knock your own self out the kingdom, man, out the throne. You know, was hey man, that's why you can't you gotta fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Look what he's about to do to Esau. You know, and throughout the scripture it talks about the missiles, man. It tells you that in Psalms, that noise on pestilence. You know, that's talking about the missiles, man. Cause hey, that's gonna be a very loud day, man. Let's see. This Matthew chapter 24, and I start at 29. It says, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken." Hey, see, because it said immediately after those tribulations, because when that's why you know you hoping that the money crash, that the chip will go ahead and be implemented, man. Because before the destruction comes, before the deliverance, all hell has to break loose. The time of Jacob's trouble has to come, man. You know, that hour of temptation has to come, man. You know, but best believe immediately, and I ain't saying one day after the chip is being implemented or being mandated. I ain't saying that, but whatever the set time, the Lord have it, it's gonna be quick, man. Pretty much. So after that time, the missiles gonna come, you know, and it says and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And that's Yahweh shining the angels in the chariots, man. The thousands and thousands of heaven, man. But it said the sun and the moon shall be darkened. We read that in Joel. The second chapter, it said a day of darkness, a day of gloomy, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Yeah, because when those missiles hit, hey man, that mushroom cloud is going to block the sun out. Which you ever looked at the videos, they comparing the bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki versus those bomb I say this, the largest bomb that was ever tested, because now hey man, it's they got these ICBMs, man. Yeah, I mean these devils is a mad scientist, man. You know, pretty much. But when you look at the comparison from the mushroom cloud, so this is like from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the Tsar Bomba, which is the world largest nuclear bomb ever tested. The mushroom cloud about up here. I mean, yeah, something like this. So, I mean, that's just a rough comparison. But hey, just imagine 200 million missiles, man, hitting this place. And that's why I said the earth gonna be shaking, which we can end it off with this. Cause that's when you gonna know, man. Hey, that's a wrap for these devils, man. That's a wrap for these devils, man. Once the missiles hit ground zero, that's your reward. That's your reward, you know. So this is Salakia, not Revelations. Isaiah 24. And I start at verse 19. It said, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And yeah, and that's why the Lord, amen, the Lord perfect, man, because that the missiles, man, the destruction of America is going to help clean the earth, man. Because of that heat is gonna burn a lot of those chemtrails and all these chemicals and stuff out the earth, man. So that's another reason why the Lord was, hey, he got plenty more reasons, man. Cause this devil, he deserved this, man. You know, and hey, he gonna keep us in fear as well. Which Scripture said that the remnant were frightened, man. That's a heavy moment. Seeing, especially just seeing one, like you can see it on TV. Like damn, that's a dramatic thing. Just imagine being there in real life from a distance. That's still a scary, sight. Not just seeing so when a part of the number, seeing missiles go past you while you getting beamed up on a chariot, man. That's a very scary sight, man. But just when those missiles hit ground zero, and it destroys this place, America, that the earth is gonna be cleansed through that, man. You know, because fire is a cleaning agent. You know, but it says, verse 20, it said, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Yeah, because after this, after that, hey, ain't no more for the heathens to rule, man. The earth is gonna be ruled on righteousness once again, man. But it said the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, because out of those missiles is going to hit this place, America, man. And then they're going to be hitting certain parts of the earth as well, such as Israel, which that place needs to be cleansed, man, by them gutter rats, man. Them Amalekites, them bastards. Those kikes, because that's a I don't want to go off topic, but that's a offensive to these Khazars, these fake Jews, because the word kite go back to Amalekite, man. And when you call them by their real name, they get offended, you know. But that's pretty much it, Aki, man. The destruction of America is pretty soon. Just when that mark of the beast is being established, is being mandated, just know that the discretion is around the corner, and deliverance as well. So yeah, I just hope it would edify and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elected teachers wearing our two favorite Saturday. DTA, Abad Babal.